Hey VC, it's me Roger back with another video. I have really exciting news. At long last, Cosmologies, my album with Sam Bird, that was recorded back in December. I announced it back in April. Was expecting it at the end of June. Well, here it is, the end of August, and ta-da, it's done. It's shipping. Thank you to everyone who pre-ordered. All the pre-orders have now shipped, and you should be getting it any day. Yeah, so I'm not going to hear any more trash talk about United because they came through. I'll admit, after the initial mispress, it was kind of anticlimactic to go pick up my records on Thursday, and it was with much apprehension that I opened a box and pulled one out. But I pulled it out, looked at it. It's flat. It's on center. No blemishes that I can see. And without even cleaning it, I put it on. And I'll be damned if this isn't some of the best pressed vinyl I've ever heard. Yeah. I'm really, really pleased. And I think you will be too. So I want to show, there's a number of variations on the cover here, and I want to tell you about the whole story of the cover. Now, recording the music, mixing it, mastering it, all that's fun, cutting the lacquers, all that was fun and easy. But like coming up with titles and the artwork, for freely improvised music, it's really hard, I think, because once you put words to this abstract music, it starts to mean something, and I don't know. I don't want to attach specific meanings to what's going on, but anyway, it was a torturous process coming up with titles and then working with Griffin. Now he came up with this idea since he works at Isle of Printing, which is a place owned by this artist Bryce McLeod. They do a lot of work for Third Man, a lot of interesting stuff. Well, they have this letterpress. It kind of started out as a letterpress place. So Griffin's like, well, let's do something with the letterpress. And what we wound up doing is improvising with the press. There's this thing in the printing trade called a make-ready, which is a piece of paper that you print on just to make sure the press is ready. It's not a final thing, and you'll wind up with layers and layers of sometimes different incongruous stuff on top of this piece of paper. We both like the way those look, and in fact, Hat Show I think sells make-readies. So we started with this idea of a make-ready, and then Bryce had done these letter forms. And so we took these letter forms and just started printing and running it through the press, and then Griffin came up with this idea of the tree and this sort of DNA blob. So he found these drawings and cut them with this laser wood cutting machine they have to create these blocks. And then we had to cut another couple of blocks for the text. They're all hand numbered. This is mine, number 1 of 200. So for instance, this has gone through the press 8 times, I think. Tremendous amount of work. Griffin, thank you so much. The idea was to have a work of art with a record inside, and that's exactly what we have. And because we were improvising with the press, we did all kinds of interesting things. So there's 4 major variations so far. So here's another one. This is number 3 of 200. And here's another one. This is number 5 of 200. there's some subtle variations here. Like the difference between these two is kind of subtle. Really, folks, when you get these, showing them on my crummy little camera here, you don't really get a sense of just how cool the letterpress printing is, where the layers of ink create this almost spot varnish effect, where see the black is really shiny. So cool. So what I've done is I divided them up into their variations and some of the one-offs, and I basically shuffled them and then numbered them. In the first 20, I'm splitting with Sam. And so the ones I'm selling start with number 21. And basically I've doled them out according to the order in which I received your order. Unless you've specified to me, like on Facebook, a particular cover that you like. It's just in the order of when I received the order. So, it's not like I'm trying to get people to buy multiple variations, although that certainly would be cool, and some people have actually done that, and thank you for that. But I thought it would be fun to play with the letterpress, to really explore the variations that could be done with this method of printing these jackets. So you'll also notice sometimes there's little smears and little bits of imperfections. It's the nature of a handmade letterpress print like this. I hope you folks enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed making this. I'm really proud of this, and there's still some available. I'll put the link down below to my Bandcamp page. Thank you all for your support and for your patience. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you all soon. Take care.